So seductive, so surreal,
Yeah.
so exclusive. We came to party, baby, like it's 1990.
I'm rolling. All right, Moss. You're from North Carolina. Tell us about what's going on there with the hip hop scene.
North Carolina is still a segregated hip hop scene. You still got a couple cats like J. Cole that's out here really representing, but then you still have those unsung local cats that still strive and make things pop. So I mean, it's something upcoming.
Where does that place you when you talk about unsung hero? Do you feel you're a part of that?
Definitely one of those people who hadn't really got an opportunity to express their talent, but like anybody else, you got to pay dues, man, and I ain't scared to do that. I'm here to work, and we'll make it happen.
Where did you get your start?
Where did I get my start? Trying to freestyle to a Scarface song.
Tell us about that, how that went about.
Me and a couple of my friends were going to do something we weren't supposed to, and in the process I had the song going on in my head and I put my own words to it, and one of my friends was like, that's not how it goes, and my cousin was like, nah, he freestyled it, and he just gave me this look like, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep trying this out and see what happens.
Where do you get like your inspiration from, like in terms of creating your music?
Life, struggle, pain. Like if anybody asks me anything like that, it's pain. I feed off pain. I feed off negative energy, and I feed off the energy because it's a learning experience. And through that learning experience, I'll be able to identify and creatively put it in a song format to where somebody else who's possibly went through that can see what I'm talking about.
You managed to link up with rap royalty with the Beatminerz. Tell us how that came about.
God came down and slapped me in the face, man. That's how I see it. Working with Danielle, man, longtime friend and just loyal. And she had a core group of individuals who's been in the entertainment industry. They've went through the ups and downs. They've had every experience, and like they just took me under the wing, and it's a blessing, man. Nothing less of a blessing.
What's it like to learn and like work with the Beatminerz?
It's scary as hell.
Tell me about that.
As hell. Cause it's like when you work with these cats and like you know these cats, like you grew up on their music, and so when you walk in the room, it's like I don't want to mess up, cause if I mess up, I might not get approved. Like you seek that approval, and when you don't think you're gonna get that approval, it's like the boot on your neck. Like okay, but it's cool though because they keep it humble, man. It's all learning. They understand I'm new, and it's not really too much pressure. It's like, look, take your time, perfect it at this level, and don't worry about rushing it. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your own lane and get there when you get there.
What's like the best piece of advice that Walt and Evil D have given you so far?
Don't rush. Take your time, man. Just take your time. Plain and simple. Like, don't try to be nothing that you're not. Stay real with you, because only you can identify you, and when people see you, they want to see you and nobody else. And that's the best advice I think anybody could ever have.
The current record that you're working on, what's the title? What's going on with that? Tell us about that.
The current record, like the LP, it's called No Glorification, and basically that is like an infusion of rock and hip hop into a form where it takes what was identified as real hip hop to what's identified as pop culture and infusing it into a perfect lane. And that goes back to the advice they give: don't rush it, take your time with it, because in this business, like any other business, it's either when you put out there, you're gonna succeed, you put out there, you're gonna fail. But if you take your time with it, then you'll give yourself a proper lane and avenue to really give it your all.
You've been quoted as saying hip-hop is not lost, it's misled. What do you mean by that?
I think it's been overtaken by a lot of fashion, not to go against the people in fashion, not like that, not to go against anybody who's doing anything. Before, hip-hop was about a story. It was about a pain or something beautiful happening. Right now it's an imagery of chains and whips and things of that nature. It's lacking a lot of lyrical content. It's lacking that learnability when you listen to a song. Like those pictures aren't the same anymore. Back when we would hustle, you hustled basically to get to a better point, then you stop hustling. And nowadays, it just tells you to keep hustling, but that hustle ain't always a positive hustle. It's that hustle that says, now go out, be a rapper, sell dope, do this. It's not a hustle to say, you know what, stay in school, get educated, become a doctor, become a lawyer, you know what I mean, become something other than what something is negative that can get you in a lot of trouble or even get you killed.
Moss, tell people what does that stand for? I know it's acronym. What does it stand for?
Money over stupid. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
So it's all about being business. Like.
All business.
And what kind of business? What kind of image or business you trying to portray or give out?
We're giving the identity of entrepreneurs and less consumers. We want people to be able to follow a blueprint through this movement and saying, yeah, you could do music, but do it with a business mind. Like, you don't have to just sit there and think you gotta make a song just to get signed by a label to get through it in a 360 deal. You can actually formulate yourself into a character of mindset that says, hey, I own instead of I have to buy. Mm-hmm. So when you own, you have a lot more creative control. And that's what our message is. A lot of people see Moss as an artist or something like that, but I'm more of a businessman than I am an artist.
More of a businessman. Growing up, what were some of your favorite tracks to listen to?
Anything Biggie, anything Pop. I don't discriminate. I Got You Open, Smif-n-Wessun, Bucktown. Brenda Got a Baby. I mean, it's so much. Like, you can't just put it in like one specific category. It was a whole lot of influences, but it was original, it was cultured, and it was for the people.
What's the story that you want to tell for Moss to represent to the people, to present to the people?
It's a story of never giving up, regardless of what happened. Like, it's just a story of never giving up, never letting anything negative that's happened in your life hold you back for pursuing what you're trying to do. A lot of people don't know that recently, not even 2 months ago, I just lost my son. But yet, I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here. And through that, it's like, you just can't stop. You just can't stop. You gotta keep going.
This current record, are you going to be dedicated to the memory of your son and your family?
Yeah, I actually wrote a track. You know what I mean?
What's the name of that track?
I haven't even figured that out yet, to be honest with you, because it's so much to it. I wanted to call it Christian, you know what I mean, which is what I was going to name my son. But, I mean, even with having that emotion behind that song, I could get caught up in that emotion, and I don't want to. So I want to be able to creatively put it out there to be something that, okay, everybody can feel this.
When the public finally hears your record, what do you want them to take away from listening to it and consuming it and purchasing it?
I don't want them to think absolutely nothing that they've heard before. I don't want them to think what they want to hear. I want them to come to the table with an open mind. I got a friend that say music sounds a lot better when you're drunk than when you're high. Quite frankly, if that's what it takes, do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's fine with me. If that's what's gonna sell a record, sell a record. But just come with an open mind. Don't think about what you're hearing right now. Don't think about what you heard in the past. Like, see me for who I am. You know what I mean? I want original fans. I'm dropping original content, and that's just where we at with it.
I'm here with the legend Evil D. Can you tell us what it's like working with this gentleman right here?
Yo, it's like mad dope because, like, you know, he's a very talented brother. At the same time, he's willing to experiment and learn, you know. Like, he's not one of the type of cats that's arrogant and stuck in his ways. Like, if we kick it, like, he's always like, okay, you know, I see that he's hearing stuff and, you know, it's not just bouncing off him or going anywhere else. I see that he's absorbing it. And, like, the songs that he got, like the songs that he came to us with, like, he came to us with incredible stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that he's to see him put together, his rhymes and everything, is another crazy process, which is dope. So this brother is definitely a good artist, you know what I'm saying?
He says he's a student of life. Is he really that, in fact?
Yeah. Well, basically, I have a belief that we all are students in life, but that's a whole different, it depends. Like now, if you say good student or bad student, it's a very good student. Just like I'm a very good student in life, so
the whole Mr. Miyagi thing said. He said, no such thing as bad student, bad teacher. So, do you feel like you're with a great teacher?
Definitely, with no question.
But you could also say that also because it's like he learns from me, I also learn from him. So,
what have you learned from him?
I've learned how to sit down and go in the studio and actually put something together. With a dope artist that ain't on no BS. But all jokes aside, I like the way he puts his things together. I learn how to work. It's like he makes my work easy. So I kind of learned how to be like, yo, this is It was like he came to us with his work almost done, and it's just adding my.
Your genius to it.
Yeah.
If you call it genius.
Oh, it's genius.
We know that.
Oh, it's definitely genius.
It's all flavor, man.
Evil, thank you for your time, all right?
No doubt.
All right. Mr. Walt, all right, can you tell us what it's like to work with this young man right here?
Well, this guy he's a star. I ain't tell him that. Don't tell him I told you.
Ain't nobody hear that. Ain't nobody hear that.
This guy, he gets it. He's easy to work with. And he understands what it takes to take everything to the next level.
Do you where in terms of how do you see him going in that next level?
The music he bring me, majority of the stuff already done. He just needed me and Evil to put that oomph into it. But I'm hearing some of the stuff, and I'm like, yo, this guy. He gets it. He understands what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's real easy. It's real easy.
What's the one piece of advice that you've given him thus far? That you think that he's really held on to?
It takes time. It's not gonna happen 1, 2, 3. Right now we're painting a picture, and it's, every day it's one stroke. We're not gonna finish the picture in one day.
Right.
So he's very patient. And he wants to do this. He wants to do it.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Like this, yeah. Say we gon' keep it rockin' like this. Everybody hands up in the air like this. Not in VIP, we on the floor like this. Like this, like this, like this, like this, yeah. Say we gon' keep it jumpin' like this. So shorty, when you move it closer like this. Not worry about no haters, we just chillin' like this. Like this, like this, like this, like this, yeah. Hands up in the air as if we celebrate. The music, yeah, we do it and we dedicate. Hope you can get into it and appreciate it. Got to appreciate it, also stay motivated. When you on your hustle, go and get it, baby. Don't let nobody say you cannot have it, baby. Cause we ain't got time for people ain't about shit that ain't trying to do shit cool. We just gon' toast to life, and since life is so good, we gon' do that twice. Leave haters in rear views, don't look back twice. Gotta show you grow and know about the facts of life. So work hard, play hard, enjoy your life. It's carpe diem with your soul if you doing it right. You only live life once, so enjoy the night. And keep it rockin' in the party till they own the light. Like this, yeah. Say we gon' keep it rockin' like this. Everybody hands up in the air like this. Not in VIP, we on the floor like this. Like this, like this, like this, like this, yeah. Say we gon' keep it jumpin' like this. So shorty, when you move it closer like this. Not worry about no haters, we just chillin' like this. Like this, like this, like this. Promise fans with the music, I will keep their heads.